Hello everybody and welcome back into the kitchen here at Clean Valley Farms. Today strikes me as kind of a giant cookie day, so that's exactly what I'm making. Stick around with me today while we put together a giant chocolate with butterscotch chip cookie. Alright, sounds delicious. Basic recipe here is taken from the back of the Dark Chocolate Chipits package. Except I will be substituting dark chocolate chips with butterscotch chips. Preheat oven to 375. Check. So we're going to start by taking 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar here, adding it to 1 cup of butter and 1/2 cup of white sugar. And it says a teaspoon of vanilla, but I'm just going to go with whatever that is. Then it's just a matter of mixing this all together, which I will save you. Now that I've got this mixed just a little bit, I'm going to add in the egg. Oh, come on, go. And that was not cool. I'm going to be fishing for eggshells. So in a separate bowl here, we're going to mix up 1 2/3 of a cup of flour, 1/3 of a cup of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm using the St. Thomas Bain fire salt for a bit of kick. We're just going to mix all this together until it's kind of an even light brown, and then we'll start adding it to the previous bowl. Well, that looks good enough to me. We'll just blend this all together, adding a little bit of the flour mixture at a time. Get back to you when that's done. Now we can see I've got that all mixed together, just a little bit of pressure, and that's going to be a nice cookie. Time to add our chips. So the recipe says to roll this into 1 tablespoon balls and bake it for 8 to 10 minutes, but it's giant cookie day, so that's not going to work. I'm going to see how much of this will fit into my stoneware pie plate, and it'll probably take longer than 8 to 10 minutes to cook. Let's get back to it when that thing is in the pan. Well, I got most of it into the pan there, but that did leave a little bit for regular size cookies, so maybe we'll fire those off first. And then put this puppy in the toaster oven. Alright, let's get these in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes and we'll see what it takes for the big one after that. And here we are at 8 minutes at 375. Looks pretty good to me. I'm going to put these aside and we'll put the big one in. Alright, let's fire this bad boy into the toaster oven and we're going to check it every 10 minutes or so. Don't want to overcook that much cookie. Here we are at the first 10-minute mark. This is just starting to bake, but it's definitely going to need at least 10 minutes more. We'll check back on it then. Okay, so the timer just went for 20 minutes, and this is smelling pretty darn good. It has risen probably to twice the height that it was, but let's see. Oh, oopsie. I'm going to give that another 10, and then we'll see. Alright, this has now spent 30 minutes in there at 375. I kind of want to pull it out, see if I can take a look at the bottom. Alright, so I got a look at the bottom. It seemed a little moist to me. I lowered the rack here in the toaster oven. Still at 375. Going to give it another 10 minutes. Starting to get worried though, right? I don't want to burn the darn thing. Alright, so this deliciousness has spent another 10 minutes in there. And I'm just going to let it absorb some more of the heat from the bottom of this stoneware cook pan before I flip it out to cool. And we'll see how it did. Alright, so I've given this a few minutes to try and absorb some of the heat from the bottom of the stoneware pan here. I really hope I haven't burnt this giant cookie. But we're about to find out. That is still really warm. Ow. That's not too bad.
Sorry. Try again. That's not so bad. I'm sorry.
That's not so bad. We'll just dirty another plate here and flip it over. Good thing I know the guy who does the dishes around here. Ooh, I'm making a mess on the counter. Classic JT Stylins. And there we go. That is one big cookie. Alright, so let's just cut this open and see how it is to have ourselves a slice of cookie. I definitely burnt the top of this a little bit, but I'm not going to cry over spilt milk when it comes to a burnt cookie. Doesn't look too bad. It's falling apart a little, but still doesn't look too bad. I guess taste is the real question though, isn't it? So, gratuitous tasting shot. Cooking. So with that bit of cookie goodness in mind, I am going to leave you guys for today. Thank you for joining me here in the kitchen yet again, and I will see you next time. Have a fantastic day.